Hi everyone, I am Ketra. Welcome to your collective reading for Taurus. And these readings are more geared towards those sober souls, those on the path to recovery and recovery from substances, abuse, past behaviors that no longer serve them, and those that are really looking for guidance on their spiritual path to recovery. And so today we're going to focus on Taurus. I don't know why, but I just kept hearing do a reading for Taurus. And I also am a reading for Taurus, and I am also in recovery. So let's go ahead and see what message our guides want to share with us today. As always, this is a collective reading. These readings may not resonate with you. If they don't, I understand. If they do resonate with you, super fantastic. Leave a comment for me. And if they resonate for somebody you know, please share my video so that I can reach as many souls as possible and help as many souls as possible. So we're going to start the reading with the Manifestation Tarot, just to get a general idea of the energy that I'm reading for, besides being Taurus. And then as a side note, we are going into Capricorn season. And so that invites the air and the earth signs to step into sensitivity and introspection, as this coming month does bring up a lot of that kind of energetic shifting where, you know, kind of things that we may not have dealt with well in the past. They may come up pretty hard for us in the month of July. And so that's when we want to do that, that introspection and being aware of the sensitivity that we may be feeling. And then just set the intention every day of how you would like your day to play out and how you feel about yourself. Just be kind of mindful about where you're at in your thoughts and your feelings. And remember that words are loud sometimes. And so definitely a time to think before we speak, just in this next season coming up. So let's take a look at the energy that we're in for this reading. It is Nine of Wands. Resilience is the key to my success. Absolutely. That makes sense. So let's go ahead and take a look at, we're going to look at a tarot card, or we're going to look at an oracle card first. And this is the Oracle of the Unicorns, which is the air sign element. And that's why I picked this and the light within for our reading here. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Every one of my subscribers, I appreciate you so much. But I would like the energy for this reading from the Unicorn Oracle cards. Thank you. It is brilliant. We are brilliant. I am brilliant. I attract success and good fortune wherever I go. Abundance manifests in my life as perfect health, love, wealth, and joy, and I am open to receive. I love that. So let's take a look at the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, and let's just see what's going on with us right now. I always think it's so interesting when I do a collective read for my sign, for you guys, but it's also my sign, right? So I can see myself in the cards as I'm reading for you guys, because collectively, Taurus, we're all connected, right? I mean, we're all connected, but it's just different when I do a reading for Taurus. So, okay. So we're going to look at some energy here. 10 of Wands, burdens, sometimes. Choice, 2 of Cups, the Empress. The Star, we can do anything we want. Ace of Swords, we do it with clarity. King of Wands, we do it with ambition and drive. That's what we do with Taurus. And then moving forward, 5 of Wands, 3 of Wands. Whoop. I don't read reverse. And the Tower. Okay. So collectively right now, I do definitely feel the energy that is around has been a little bit burdensome, carrying a lot on our backs. Sometimes we forget that we have a choice. We can ask for help. So the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Wands, what that really tells me is when we feel like we're carrying too much, we need to ask for help. And that I'm also going to be incorporating into this reading the spiritual path to recovery, let's call them steps, we always need to remember to surrender. We have light and hope and trust and faith. And so I feel like with these two cards that resonates, because we have to have trust and hope when we need to have help, right? Two of Cups really says that our higher selves are telling us we need to get help with some things. We need help figuring things out. And then we have the energy of the Empress. Everything comes to her so easily, so simply, because that's how she brings it to herself. And so when we make that choice to listen to our higher selves, to listen to our guides, to God, whatever we resonate with, those burdens don't seem so burdensome anymore. When we make that choice to surrender, which is that's literally the first one, when we make that choice to surrender, and then make the choice to ask for help, that is when we're being kind and abundant to ourselves. And so I feel like that is pretty valid for the energy that Taurus is feeling right now. And then we have the Star, and I literally got the feeling that we can do anything. All we have to do is have that bravery. We have to have that alignment. We have to have that devotion to healing, because that's when we have mental clarity. So getting help with the burdens, knowing that we can do anything that we put our minds to, and doing it with that mental clarity that we receive when we're on our spiritual path to sobriety, that spiritual path to no longer allowing ourselves to be in other kinds of behaviors, like allowing ourselves to be in bad relationships or being treated badly by others, whether it's family, friends, or anything like that, whether our past has to do with, sorry, I'm just hearing so much. So whether our past has to do with anything along those lines, it's how we're moving forward. It's how we've learned through our shadow traits. So like for Taurus, our shadow traits are stubborn, resistant to change, overly focused on things and people. Emotionally, we close off sometimes. When we realize, once we get that mental clarity through sobriety and through the spiritual path to recovery, that's what we get, mental clarity. Sorry, that felt like it ran on too long. And then we have the energy of the Queen of Wands. So it really kind of shows me like we're getting help with the burdens. We're being very abundant and kind to ourselves. We know we can do anything that we put our mind to. And then we're going to have that ambition and that drive like the King of Wands. And what that's going to do is that's going to help us avoid the Five of Wands. So for me, the Five of Wands, it's almost kind of a little laughable that they're fighting with wands. It's not like they're fighting with swords. It's kind of like a heads up, moving forward. Oh, it makes so much sense because we're going into Capricorn season. And so we're going to have that push pull with ourselves, with that emotional, I literally said it, emotionally closed off. So be mindful. God, my ears are getting very loud. Be mindful to not be emotionally closed off. And remember that the path moving forward is one where we're going to have to step out of our comfort zone a little bit. So sometimes with Taurus, and I can say this because I am, in the past, before our spiritual recovery, we would speak before thinking. And now we know that if we pause and we take a moment and we step back, we can really get that opportunity to move forward on our journey. And it does look like we have a new journey coming up. And I'm going to clarify what this tower moment is. But I always say I love a good tower moment because that means change is coming. We're working through our shadows. We're working with our light traits, which is we are very reliable and loyal, and we are devoted. We love our family and we love our friends wholeheartedly. We do like food, comfort food. And we like a steady foundation, and we are soul driven. We are a bull. But let's use the Rider-Waite deck just to get clarification on a couple of things. I want to clarify why the Five of Wands is here. Because when I look at it this way, 10 of Wands, Star, Five of Wands. Why are we carrying burdens when we know we can do anything? I mean, the success of the 10 of Wands is really, we have put a lot of work into ourselves. or into your business or into your personal situation is all I hear, personal situation. When you put a lot of work into that personal situation and it transitions to the star, that's like the validation of we work really hard and we take one thing and we put it into another. But I want to clarify. So clarify for me why the 5 of Swords is here. Temperance. Okay. So the situation that's coming up for us in the future, and again, I really do think it has to do with the emotions that are going to be coming up with Capricorn season, Cancer season, 5 of Wands, Temperance, and the 7 of Swords. So it feels like we're definitely going to have to look at the situation in a different way than we normally do. And so that is grace, readiness, and connection. So that's making sure that you give yourself some grace. Make sure that you have that connection to your higher self and to God, to the divine, because we're going to have a situation where things are going to feel a little bit combative. But we're going to have to take one idea and make it into a better idea. That's what I feel, because we have Temperance and we have the 7 of Swords, and that's okay. That's just us slowing down and being mindful about the situation that's come up for us. And then I want to know why the Tower moment is here. Just tell me a little bit more about the Tower moment for us. Again, not afraid of a Tower moment. Kind of excited to see what they're going to say about the Tower moment. The World. And it's us, the Hierophant. So we are literally, with our Tower moment, it is the completion of a cycle. And it is the Hierophant. And so personally for me, this is very significant and very, very on point with where I am at my life. And so what I mean with that is that one cycle of my life is changing, and it is changing for the better because I am aligned spiritually with my recovery. I surrender. I know I have faith and hope. I'm brave and I'm courageous to ask for help when I need to. Patience and timing, grace and humility, connection, alignment, devotion, and offering. This is literally what I do and why I am on YouTube. It's literally to offer my services to those in the same state of recovery, surrendering to a higher source, on the path to sobriety. And so for us collectively, I definitely feel that we are at that Tower moment time. Something in our life is significantly changing for the better, and it's because of what we learned. It's because of our shadows that we have gotten to move towards the light, and the light is the divine. The light is within. I just feel so fantastic for us that, yep, Tower moment, absolutely. World card, completion of a life cycle. And how do we do it? Because we're the Hierophant. So I love that for us. So we're going to do one more oracle card just to end the reading. And so again, if these messages resonate with you, please share in the comments. I would be really, really excited to kind of connect in that way. And as always, please subscribe to my channel so that I could help reach as many souls as possible, because I can share my story and you can share yours, and we can figure out how we can grow together. And then I am available next week, except for Mondays and Tuesday this coming week. But other than that, just send me an email and we can connect from there. But here is your last message. Wise. I'm eternal, immortal, universal, and infinite. And what I am is wisdom and strength. That is exactly what we are, Taurus. Wisdom and strength. So thank you all so much for watching. Take care. And until the next video, have a great night.